Or maybe not. Maybe I can stay and do a little bit more damage and try and take down that last command center. Here comes the Vikings. But this one Void Ray that's left is going to start destroying these ships. And doing some damage, killing a couple, but down they go. Down goes the fleet. But we've managed to delay our enemy significantly with that attack. And yeah, so both sides again a little bit punched out. We can also see that my ally has moved up his drop ships with Marines to try and do some damage. Gonna stim them, gonna try and charge into the base, but oh, these other troops are gonna fall back. And it's gonna be a gruesome battle, but my ally's gonna lose that one. He's gonna lose almost the entirety of his force. Gonna save a couple units. They're gonna retreat back to a safe haven. Well, I've got my fleet beacon down, starting to research my speed upgrade for these Void Rays, and the fleet, slowly but surely, is growing. Yeah, massed Void Rays are just a deadly, deadly force. They are something to be reckoned with. Notice that Corruptors are a very good counter to Void Rays, though, so any Zerg players might want to take that into account. Not many people build Corruptors, though, because they're only anti-air, though they can progress to a Brood Lord, but that takes a lot of time and money and effort, and it's very rare to see Brood Lords, I find, on the battlefield. So I'm going to go, I think I'm going to attack the purple player, the purple Terran. Oh, I guess not. I think at this point I'm just searching for expansions to see if our enemies have expanded to a new location. What they're up to. And I am going to stumble upon this expansion right here. And with no defenses, these Void Rays are going to take it out quite easily. Also, looks like the enemy is trying to expand to that high yield mineral field. Not going to let that happen. And there it goes. And again, my ally is setting up a small force outside the enemy base. We're going to see Vikings from both players at this point. Both players with massed Vikings. And I'm having this Void Ray watching over this mineral field. Probably not a good idea. Not going to be able to escape that Viking attack. And he goes down. But here's the rest of our fleet just chilling out. Just waiting for a chance to attack. And this Viking fleet was going to try and fly over this containment that my ally has set up, and they're not going to fare too well against these Marines here. I thought that the enemy was going to come out and try and attack. Oh, looks like they are. Or not. They're going to get blown to shit and fall back to the base. And at this point, again, just building up. And I built a mothership at this point, but random fact, it was accidental. I was trying to build probes, and I hit the wrong hotkey to warp in probes, and accidentally warped in a mothership. I didn't mean to build them because I usually thought the motherships sucked, and I hardly ever built them. But in this one, I built one by accident. And what the mothership does is it's kind of like an arbiter, almost from the first game. It's got a lot, well, except it's got a lot of HP, and you can only build one of them. And it has an attack that's not that great, but it creates a cloaking field around all these units. It can also, it's called Vortex now, but it's the same thing as Recall, where it can warp a whole bunch of units into its around its location. And also it has, oh no, it's still called Mass Recall. And then what Vortex does is it sucks some of the enemies into a vortex so they can't attack. and then you can kill the rest of the enemies, and then when the other enemies come out of the vortex, then you can kill them, kind of like a stasis field. So basically, like a giant arbiter is these guys' purpose. So I'm going to have the mothership join this containment out here. Also, now switching to a zealot to watch over this high-yield mineral field, but I saw these Vikings coming in, and I'm going to try and get the zealot out of harm's way. He's going to keep running and running and running away, down to 3 HP. Going to have him run back to this containment, and these Vikings are going to run right into siege tanks and take some damage trying to kill this zealot. I thought that was pretty funny. So I chuckled a little bit at that maneuver, and then I'm going to let him repair his shields for a little bit, and then send him back to watch over that point. Gonna make sure he's not he hasn't expanded, but here we can see that he's flying out the command center to that expansion. So here goes my zealot. He's going back to watch over that mineral field. At this point I see the command center, so I'm gonna have my zealot stand right in the middle of this mineral field, and that means that he can't land it. But here comes the Viking fleet, and then I was about to counter with my Void Rays, but I held them back a little bit because I knew they were going to transform into mech form to try and kill that zealot. And then while they were in mech form, I was going to go to town on them with my Void Rays, and able to kill a couple of them before they are able to transform back into a plane. Actually do some damage. And then I have no idea what the hell happened there. Apparently my Void Rays decided that some of them were going to go rogue and attack their own Void Rays. But that command center is not going to last very long. So I've got a huge fleet here, and we're about ready to begin the final countdown. And here comes the enemies coming out of the base, going to try and take on this small containment force by my enemy. Also, the mothership's coming in, or the Void Race and mothership is going to come in, and the mothership actually turns the tide of this battle, and he cloaks this siege tank and this Thor, and they don't have any detectors, and what turned out to be an accidental unit actually turned the tide of this battle and allowed us to pull forward and win. Because they were totally unprepared for that cloaking field. They didn't have any detectors, and these two units got their asses saved by it. And now the Void Ray fleet is in their base. I'm destroying what I can of their Vikings and Thors. I'm going to tear down those Thors with my Void Rays. Gonna move the mothership in to start cloaking these guys. Finally, they get a scan out, but it was too late now. Those Void Rays did their damage, they did their job, and destroyed all the anti-air that these guys have. But these guys still have lots of resources and still starports. You can see, if you look on the starport, he's just training a huge fleet of Vikings, and same thing from his ally. But that starport is going to go down, along with those Vikings. And the mothership is just sitting there. It's taking damage. It's being wounded. But it finally goes down. It's finally taken down by those Vikings. But here comes more Void Rays. And it's GG at this point. Nothing that these guys can do, and the rage quit is going to come pretty quick here. I'm just flying around, destroying missile turrets. Gonna go for their main base, but it doesn't matter. Rage quit is going to come in about 10 seconds. There we go, there's one. One's down. And the other will shortly follow. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's going to be JosefVStalin signing off for now, and I'll see you guys later.